All right, guys, so now we're going to look at the Octane 45 from Silencer Co. This is a piston. The piston is what has the threads that screw into the end of your threaded barrel. So that's what a piston is. So on the Octane 45, you could buy a 9mm piston that's smaller that fits the 9mm threaded barrel, and then put this inside the suppressor and make it shoot 9mm. But all right, so this is the hard thing on the thing that's confusing about the Octane is this thing. This little thing is really hard to get out even when the silencer is brand new. This is the expansion chamber. So basically this thing actually fits inside of a little bird cage thing. So when you look into your brand new silencer and you look in there, you'll actually see some of the copper on the side, but on top of it you'll see like a bird cage, because this thing fits in up there, and there's like a bird cage that goes between the bottom of the silencer housing and the top of this. And you just see these little tiny petals sticking out. These little tiny petals is all you see. But what happens is if you get one of these and push it down into the silencer and put it on top of those petals, you can push this thing out. So I almost thought that I didn't have an expansion chamber, because I'm trying. You get people on the internet all the time. It's like, yeah, I can't get my expansion chamber out. Well, that's how you get it out. Turn this around and push it down on top of the pedals, and it pops right out. Okay, so anyway, your mileage may vary. Now, the Octane is pretty easy. And basically, all the baffles are the same. And all you have to do is kind of click them together with these little notches facing the same way. So you just kind of put one on there and make sure it's facing the same way. Press down on it. Get another one, make sure it's facing the same way. Press down on it. And this one's a loose one. I don't know why, but that one's loose. This one, put that on top. And put that on top. So you keep, you just keep snapping them on. And this is probably the smarter way, is to keep one that way, keep one on one end, and then put this one the same orientation. Because, you know, over time, what you can start doing is you can start stacking just a little bit off, and you don't realize how you're off. But if you keep one, the one in the front that way, you know, and then you put the next one and make sure it's oriented the same way, then you can't end up start deviating, because you're matching the first one and not matching the last one you did. Kind of like memories. You stack memories on top of memories, and then pretty soon, like coins, they start getting really off. Brian Williams is a liar, so that is a different thing. Bastard. All right, so you keep lining them up. Yeah, I'm lining up that little hole with that little hole in the baffle, and just press them together, kind of like Legos, I guess. And just make sure they're all nice and tight. This one, for some reason, is kind of loose. Line that one up and put it on there. Damn it. And so those are all lined up. So now this baby is going to go, let me think about it. It's going to go into there like this. So this one is actually going to be like that. So this one goes on the top. And it's got little holes, and you line up one of the holes with the holes that you've been lining up the whole time. And then I'm going to slip that bad boy in there. And then that's the very last baffle, which it has nothing to align with, so. And that's the end, and you screw it in. And then what the octane did right, which the Tyrant didn't do right, is the Tyrant has a special tool, and the octane has just use the piston to tighten it. Just tighten it a little bit. Whoop. And then we've got the piston. The piston goes into with a spring, and this goes in here like so, and you push it through like that, and this goes in the top, and you screw it in, and the octane is pretty nice on the way it's is taken apart and put together. So there we go. So it's a pretty nice can right there.